Tonight, Omicron continues to rip through large parts of the country. 16 states are still dealing with spikes in new infections, but there are promising signs that the worst of the surge could be behind us. In parts of the Northeast, cases now dropping as quickly as they skyrocketed. But a world without a single case of COVID, the nation's top doctor is reiterating a reality check.
You can get a degree of control. You might be able to eliminate it, or you could even eradicate it. I don't think there's a chance that we're going to eradicate this.
Drug manufacturers are scrambling to keep up with Omicron's rapid pace. Today, Pfizer began clinical trials for an Omicron-specific vaccine. They plan to test it on vaccinated and unvaccinated people.
This vaccine will be ready in March. I don't know if we will need it. I don't know if and how it will be used, but we'll be ready.
Regardless, experts believe it can provide vital protection if Omicron remains the dominant strain.
I think it's prudent to at least prepare for the possibility that this may be a persistent variant that we may have to face, even though it's at a very low level.
The aggressive variant now rendering some treatments useless. The FDA revoking authorization for two of the most common monoclonal antibody treatments, saying they are, quote, highly unlikely to be active against the Omicron variant. This site in Florida offering Regeneron, now forced to shut down just 1 week after opening. Governor Ron DeSantis slamming the move.
People have a right to access these treatments, and to revoke it on this basis is just fundamentally wrong, and we're going to fight back.
Some treatments that are authorized are proving difficult to find.
The doctor just basically said, good luck finding it.
Brett Robinson says it took him 3 days and calls to 12 different pharmacies to find COVID antiviral pills for his immunocompromised mother, Kelly.
For it to be as effective as it can be, it needs to be taken within the first 5 days of symptoms, and those days were running out, waiting on clearance and a prescription and information.
Roy Nawasir also struggled to find the pills for his 80-year-old father.
It was shocking to me that when I called the pharmacy, that in the middle of COVID and an Omicron surge, that they don't even know that there is a pill for COVID.
2 antiviral pills have been authorized to treat COVID. More than 3.3 million courses are expected to be delivered to the U.S. government by the end of the month. But that supply is not yet meeting the demand. For people like Kelly, who is now on the mend, the hunt to find those pills felt impossible. She says without her son's help, she would have given up.
I couldn't physically or mentally do the legwork. And so I really felt discouraged, and I thought, I'm not going to get any treatment that will prevent this from getting worse.
All right, Ellison Barber joins us now live. So, Ellison, I can remember when these pills came out, the news broke. It was breaking news all over the world, but it seems sort of useless if people can't find them. Is anything being done to alleviate the stress of finding these COVID pills?
Yeah, it's really challenging. Speaking with representatives from both of the companies that manufacture these pills, Pfizer and Merck, they are adamant that they think within the next 6 months, by the end of the year, they will be able to get closer, if not meet the demand that they're seeing for these pills. One thing that one person speaking with me about this within Pfizer pointed out is they said, hey, look, the emergency use authorization that we got came out a little bit earlier than expected, so we've already ramped up quicker than expected. But both companies, they remain adamant that they will be able to meet this demand as they continue to ramp up production. They say this simply is a complicated thing and that it takes time.
And Ellison, I know also there's some major news from the Biden administration tonight announcing plans to withdraw its vaccine mandate for certain businesses. Of course, the Supreme Court shot that down. What more do we know?
Yeah, this comes on the heels of the Supreme Court's conservative majority blocking those controversial rules. This withdrawal will go into effect tomorrow. The original mandate, it had the potential to impact roughly 80 million Americans. But tonight, it seems that the Biden administration is signaling legal defeat when it comes to this particular mandate. They say, again, that this withdrawal will go into effect starting tomorrow. And what that means is that any sort of outstanding legal proceedings, withdrawals related to that Supreme Court case, those will drop.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.